Hey guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Jasmine. I first want to say thank you for taking the time out of your day to watch something that I do. I greatly appreciate it. I really wanted to bring this video. I don't know if I'm going to make it multiple videos. It just depends on if you guys like it or not. But before I get into everything, I first want to say thank you again for watching my channel. I greatly appreciate it because you can be doing anything but you're watching me, so I do greatly appreciate that. I first want to say I hope you like this video, thumbs up this video, and subscribe to my channel. My channel mostly is about growth and hauls and just my life. I'm not a beauty channel, I'm not a fitness channel. It's just a channel about my life, and I can get into more details about like what made me want to start my channel and everything that has like transpired to get me to where I am in life. And that's actually what this video is going to be about, but this video is going to focus on one particular topic. So just to give you a backstory, in 2015, around December 2015, I was homeless. I was pretty much jobless. I was working a job that I did not want to be in, and it was like a dead-end job. I was carless. I was driving around in my ex-boyfriend's car, but me and him were no longer on good terms, so I wasn't sure like every day if I would be able to have a car or not. So not only was I jobless, homeless, I was on the verge of being carless almost every single day. So fast forward to 2017, I have my own car, my own house, my own everything now, and I'm working on buying my own home. I decided to start a blog and to talk about pretty much what got me to this point in my spiritual growth. And my blog is about spiritual growth, my spiritual journey into me to make me who I am. I sat down and I looked at my list, and I'm gonna tell you, 2015, I always felt like I was no good, I was nothing, like no one ever wanted to be with me, no one, I was really down and out for myself. I was very suicidal. I had just lost my son. It was just a really bad time for me. And I sat down and I made a list of all the things that I wanted to do in my life, and all the things that I wanted to do in my life was things that I was always told that I couldn't do or never was encouraged. Like I was like, I want to start a YouTube channel, and it was like, oh, okay. But it was never like, none of my goals was ever like encouraged the way I encouraged other people's goals. So I had sat down, and one of the things was a YouTube channel, a vlog channel. I wanted to build my credit. I wanted to do I had a whole list of things. So I sat down and I started looking at what I have accomplished and try to incorporate that into what I am still working on accomplishing. And that brings this video. I've raised my credit score over 100 points in less than a year. And I just wanted to bring you guys some quick tips and things that I did to raise my credit score. So in December 2015, like I said, I was jobless. I didn't have a car. I didn't have anything. So when I went to go look for a car, my credit score was in the lower 500s. And they were like, where you gonna find a car at, girl? Like, cause can't nobody finance you. Like, that ain't happening. So I had to sit down and I really had to think about where I needed to be and what did I need to do to get there. So the first thing that I did was come up with a plan. And I say if you need to fix your credit, you first need to know where you stand in your credit. And I know a lot of people be like, go to Credit Karma or Credit Sesame. Those credit score tracking places, they do a very minimum tracking. You need to go to the 3 bureaus and get a real credit score, because those things, like I had Credit Karma, but Credit Karma did not show everything that was on my credit. So first you need to do is see where you are. So I would say that was your first tip, is to see exactly where you are in your credit life, I should say, like where the good, where the bad, where you stand, and see what is on your credit. If it's something that you did not do, you need to write a letter, a certified letter to that company, as well as send that letter to those 3 bureaus to say, hey, this was used in my name and I did not do it. Now, if you used it, you need to call that credit card company or those companies and set up a payment plan and work on paying them off. So what I did was, okay, this is a list of things I did do. This is a list of things that I didn't do. I sent letters, certified letters, and trust me, there's gonna be like $30 a letter, but it's to get the stuff off your credit, and it's definitely worth it. So I sat there and I got all the stuff off my credit that was not mine. And then I sat and I looked at the stuff that was mine, and I contacted them and see if I could set up payment of plans and see was it sent to a collector. If it was sent to a collector, contact the collector so I could set up payment plans so I can get it written off. Got a lot of paid in full letters, like, and had a envelope. I kept an envelope with my paid in full letters, what I still owed and what I was paying off. So I had 3 sections in each in a little folder. So I was tracking and making sure that I was paying everything off. So knowing where you stand is the first thing that you need to do. And I definitely suggest to actually run your credit through the actual credit bureaus and not go through like Credit Sesame and Credit Karma. Now, Credit Sesame and Credit Karma are very good to use once you have got your credit to a certain level and to monitor it. But to start from the bottom, worry about a mass app at that point. Another thing that I would say, a huge tip, was get secured credit cards. What I did was get 3 secured credit cards, one from Capital One, one from Discover, and one from my actual bank. I got a bonus check of about $1,000 at my job, and I split it up. So it was like $250, $250, and $500. So $500 went to my actual bank, and then $250 went to Capital One, and $250 went to Discover. And I had those secured credit cards. I had 3 of them. And after a year, I end up getting regular credit cards, and they have sent me back my deposit. But this is key. So after you get the secured credit card, you cannot go willy-nilly. You cannot, if you got a $250 limit, try not to go past $100. You don't want to spend over half of that money that's on that credit line. You don't want to spend more than half of that. So when I first got my card, the first card that came was what card was the first card that came? My Capital One was the first card that came. It was $250 credit limit. The first month I spent the whole $200.50. The second month came around when my bill was due. I paid it completely off, and it did not. I did that for about 2 months, and it did not help my credit at all. So I had sat down with a credit advisor, which I say if you can find a credit advisor that is reputable, like that is a good one, because honestly, it's a lot of them that aren't so good. If you can find one that is a good one, great, get that one, because you need that one. So I found him, I sat down with him, and he was like, you need to spend half. So what I started doing was taking my credit cards and only spending $250, $100, $100. So every month I might go get gas, and then the next month I might not pay it all completely off. I would just pay like the $25 minimum and then pay it off over time, and then go ahead and just pay it off over time, but never really spending more than half of the balance. So I suggest getting secure credit cards, but now making sure that you're not spending more than half of the balance of the actual credit limit, I should say. Another tip that I would say is really being very mindful of what you put your Social Security on. I know when I decided that I wanted to get a car that was in my name, I went to like every single place, and they ran my credit. And I didn't even know if I wanted a Kia, but they still ran my credit for a Kia. I didn't know if I still wanted a Ford, but they ran my credit for a Ford. So be very mindful where you use your credit, where you actually give out your social to, because all of them hard inquiries on your social damages your social as well, especially if you don't have any credit. Because it's like when I looked at my credit report, I had over like 32 inquiries just from car people. And then if you go to places like CarMax, they run your credit through a big database, and it goes back, like, so they might run your name one time, but it might come back to like 10 to 12 different finance companies, and that's 10 to 12 different hits on your credit. So be very mindful, I would say, of where you put your credit and where you put your stuff at. Being very mindful what credit cards you get. So after I've had my credit cards, my 3 secure credit cards for about a year, I'm actually going on like 2 years. So I've had my regular Capital One for about a year. So this is all like in 2016 is when I started switching to regular credit cards. It's 2017 now. But when I got to 2016 and I started getting offers of credit cards left and right, like, you know, like even when you go to Ulta, you've been pre-approved for a credit card. Read the actual fine print. And I know I was queen for whatever. Read the actual fine print. You would notice that a lot of them, like one credit card I had, which I still do have, is with Target. The interest rate is like 27%, which is extraordinary high. But most of those credit cards that come from like actual companies have really high interest rates. So try to stay away from those when you start getting into the place where you can get credit cards. Try to stick with bank credit cards, Capital One, American Express, things like that, because those are going to have lower interest rates. And make sure that you pay everything off on time. That is the number one thing. I am queen for that. Like, I will not pay stuff off. Like, and it won't be because I don't have the money. It's just sometimes I forget. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I'm not perfect. Like yesterday, yesterday, I woke up yesterday and I wanted something to eat, and I came back home and I slept, and I looked up and it was like 8:30, and I was like, crap, I need to pay my car note. So it is easy to forget for me because I'm very forgetful. So with that being said, pay all your bills on time. Once you get everything off your credit, once you get the things that's not yours off your credit, once you pay off your credit, the things that are yours, once you know what you want to be, know what you want to do with your credit, once you start utilizing your credit and being smart with who has your information and getting secure credit cards, and don't get credit cards. Try to stray away from credit cards that come from actual retail companies, because those retail companies are going to have really high interest rates. Just pay your bills on time. If they tell you to pay $25, you pay $25. If they tell you to pay $100, you pay them. Try your best. And there's been times my credit card bill has been $55 and I've only had $60, and it's due Thursday before my pay period. I pay it. I'm gonna pay that, and I'm gonna have $5 to the next day. I'm gonna make that sacrifice because I know that late payment on my credit is gonna hurt me more than having a little extra dollars in my pocket for an extra day. You see what I'm saying? So those are the tips that's all I really did to build my credit. And I built my credit over 100 points within the first year. So from December 2015 to December 2016, I built it over 100. Even this year alone, I built up my credit about 70 points. So I am slowly getting to my goal. And I just wanted to bring you this really quick video. I repaired my credit. So hopefully, if it helps you, let me know. I want you to really try it. If you try it and it doesn't work, let me know. If you have other tips on how you rebuild your credit, let me know, because I still want my credit score to be like 800. I want to be high and mighty. I want to be able to go into a store and buy whatever I want. Like, let me know what is popping with your credit, and not your credit score. I'm not going to ask for that, but what's popping and ways for you to get the things that you need. But thank you guys for watching this video. Hope you thumbs it up. I hope you liked the video, and I'll check you out later. Bye.